morning, you guys. Good morning. Hope you're having a really great day. It's been a while since I've actually gone into a client's home and recorded like in a client's home, which I'm gonna be doing that today. I don't think I'm gonna. Yeah, I might share it towards the end. That house. We actually meet up at 11 today. We're going to be meeting up at the model home because this client is going through design and her home is going to be getting started building. So you won't see her home like fully done for like probably like 8 months or so, because it's like 6 months to build, right? I'm really excited. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today is the flooring. So it's not going to be able to get here right after I close. It's probably going to be a week or two afterwards. So what I'm going to try to do is just focus on like the fridge and trying to get things paid and covered for the pantry. And then I'll concern myself with the flooring once it gets there. I had a dream last night. You were like, Nadia, get out of here. No, forever. I had a dream. I had already been looking at tile, right? And I was like, oh my gosh. I wanted to take the cabinets in the laundry room and lift them up a little bit because I feel like once the washer goes on the pedestal, which I'm going to measure that, I think it's going to be too low. So while the guys are there, I want them to put it up. So, y'all, this tile is, I think it's 24 by 17 if I'm not mistaken, but it's grass cloth tile. It's gorgeous. I do mean gorgeous. So I was thinking of having it go from the back wall and cascade down to the floor, and then paint the walls a really pretty color, and then have my little baskets on the wall. That way laundry can go on there and stuff like that, right? That was my idea in my head. But then I have an option to do luxury vinyl on the flooring also. So, I know you guys are going to ask. The luxury vinyl that I'm putting down is very different from what's down now, okay? So, I don't want to get too technical in today's video because I do want to sit down and talk to you guys about warranties and maintenance and all that stuff. And in those videos, they're going to be a part of that. You know, the other series that I did, I'm gonna attach it into that playlist. I had to take my flexi rods out because I wanted to get comfortable, but I want to share something with you guys, and don't get excited, okay? A production company reached out to me, and let me just start off by saying, if nothing happens from this call, I'm perfectly fine with it. Like, I'm 100% fine with it. I do want to get a lot more intentional and purposeful about the content that I'm putting out, because 2 years ago, you know, I wasn't getting those type of calls, if that makes any sense. But now I am finding myself getting a lot more design opportunities. So I feel like people are now seeing that I'm not, what is the way to say it? It's not like a hobby for me. Like, it's something that I really do enjoy doing, you know, and it makes me happy. Even sitting in a 5-hour class where all they're doing is talking, I still enjoy it because it's going to only better me in growing. So I still enjoy that process. But anyway, I had the phone call interview, which I was really happy about it, and I felt really confident hanging up the phone. And the biggest thing was, good job, Nadia. I didn't say think. And I noticed that, you know, I tend to be pretty strong about my opinion on something, and to kind of make it a little easier to swallow, I'll be like, well, I think, because I feel like if I say that, people are going to be, you know, less aggressive in the comments, you know. But I have to work on not saying that, you know, especially if you guys are going to watch the videos and take on the information, and a lot of you guys do, and you're happy with them. And that's one of the things I'm super, super happy about, is that you don't come back and say, girl, why did you make me spend all this money and this does not work? Or like, now you're changing it. And see, I'm not going to sit here and tell you go put the flooring down in your home, and then in 2 years the flooring looks crazy, and then you're like, you gave the recommendation for the floor. And that's the thing, that's the big picture that I want you guys to realize is I'm already getting emails to say what's currently on your floor now, and I'm like, I don't want to give you that information because the flooring is okay. It's not great, it's not fantastic, and if you're gonna go spend $3,000, I'd rather you spend $3,000 on what's great and not what's just okay. And then in a year and a half, 2 years, you're like, girl, you done changed your floor and you made me put this flooring down. So I definitely am 100% mindful about what I put on my channel, and a little bit intentional, because I know that a lot of you guys are using these things. You guys will do the paint color, you'll figure out the furniture, you'll figure out the flooring, you want to know the lighting, and a lot of you guys go buy it. And if you're gonna buy it, like I said, it needs to be right in my book. So I don't try to just put information out because it look good or sound good, and lighting fixture be the wrong size for the room, it be the wrong height, all these. No, we're gonna do it right over here on Style by Casanova Zone, as right as possible. I'm not gonna say everything I do is right, but we're gonna try to hit the nail on the head as much as possible, so that way, like I said, if you do say, okay, you know, I want to hire someone, they come in, you be like, girl, you were definitely on the right track of what you were doing. Let's tweak this and this. I don't want someone to come into your house and be like, oh, so you say you following somebody who says she a designer, and your light fixture wrong, and this is wrong, and that's wrong, and your rug is wrong, and your table look wrong, and why your picture hung up so high, and blah blah blah. No, we not finna do that. I definitely want to assist and be as helpful as possible. And, you know, at the end of the day, if you want to hire me, great. And if you don't, it's free information right here on YouTube that you can use. And that is going to be viable, and it's going to help you. And it's going to assist as much as it can possibly assist. And it's probably going to get very boring. You know, I'll try to put a clean with me in between here and there. But the last 2 phone calls that I had, and I believe I had one in December with a production company, and they said they'll be reaching back out in February when they finalize everything. So I'm just like, okay. I had another one this week, and then today I got an email with someone wanting to talk to me about something, and I never really, I'm not even gonna say it's gonna happen, but I've never seen myself like on TV. I actually enjoy my private life, you know, but I mean, if it happens, it happens. And I think December or November when I got the phone call was when I was just like, maybe this is actually something that I need to actually start putting on my vision board and really manifesting, because I'm like, I done had about 4 phone calls already, and I was like, okay, I'm happy for it, but it's not what I want, you know. And I'm like, maybe this is direction that I need to be looking at. I don't know. I still don't feel like I'm ready, just because I know there's so much more that I need to learn. There's so much more that I can take. And of course, I know some of you guys are going to be like, you know, a lot of people get experience through trial and error and things like that, and just working, which is what I'm doing now. So I get that part. But, you know, when you're on TV, it's just different, because now it's not just, you know, although I have 100,000 subscribers, I would say on average, you know, 15,000 of you guys are watching the videos and maybe taking the information. But when you're on TV, it's something totally different. And, you know, I still want people to make really good decisions in their home, because for me, at the end of the day, what's important to me is when you get ready to sell your house, you're not having to put in a whole bunch of money to sell that house. I want it to be like, you should be able to just list your house and not have to be like, oh my gosh, what about the flooring? You know, should we do this? Or what about this? It needs to just be listed, and you need to be able to sell it. And I watch videos on YouTube, and I see people do these DIYs, and they be, excuse me for saying this, but they be half-ass on the paint, they be half-ass on these cabinets, they be half on everything, and then they be like, I'm moving, and I'm like, what happened to your house? Like, did it sell? Did it not? I be so curious. I do be curious. I be that much invested in that part. I'm not gonna lie. I'm invested in that part. Like, did you sell your house? Did you not sell? So I be trying to keep up with that part. And then they'll be like, oh, we rented. I'm like, yeah. People are first time homeowners, and I hate to say this, first time homeowners may not be as picky because they're just happy to be out of, their confined space. So they see a bigger place and they're excited, they're happy about it. But anyone who's been in a house for at least a year to 2 years and they're moving on to their second home, they're not going to want your project home. Like, they're just not going to want it because they're looking at it like, this is a project home. Like, I'm going to have to tear things out. This is a money pit. Now, if your plan is, this is my forever home, I don't ever want to sell it, I'm going to stay here forever, then by all means, I think you should do all the DIYs you want to do. But if you are saying to yourself, like, I'm going to sell my house at some point down the line, even if it's just for me to make that money that has invested into it or whatever it is, you definitely want to be extremely mindful with who you're going to have install, how the finishes are going to be, and all that. You want to be intentional about that because you have to look at it like, I want my money back. It's no difference than, buying a designer bag and, your baby's juice and milk and everything fall up in there and you patched up things and now you want to sell it. You can't sell it for even half of what you bought it for. I watch millions out of listing and these homes be like 5 million, 4 million, and the realtor comes in and they're like, I know you want to sell it for this, but they can go right down the street and get a brand new build for the same price. Like, you have to upgrade and do something. They're like, oh, I want to sell it as is, and they're like, well, you have to bring the price down. Like, I can't even tell you. And I'm just like, I watch those shows because they're also super helpful because they kind of let you know not to be trendy with your home, not to do this with your home. You guys are always like, oh, you should watch this, you should watch this. I watch the real estate shows. Millions Dollar Listing, Sell It or List It. Like, I watch those shows because those are a true depiction on if you're going to get a return on investment. So I like to watch those shows and get as much information as possible. And like people like House Hunters, and you get to actually see what buyers are saying about these homes. Like, because as a seller, you're just selling your home. If no one offers on it, you never really see the back end on what they're saying. But House Hunters, they're like, the configuration is off. Like, what they do in the kitchen, like, they updated this, but you could see where it was just really sloppy. And I just be like, all right, this is exactly what I be talking about. So those are the shows that I think if you have the time allotted to you, pay attention and listen, especially if you are a homeowner and at some point, you want to sell your house and stuff like that, and the different little things here and there. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you guys too long. It's 9:30, okay? I'm going to get up here, take me a shower, and get myself dressed. Today was just a really talkative video. I wanted to just kind of talk to you guys and stuff and let you know how things were going. I can't tell you exactly what's going on, like everything that's going on. But 2020, I am seeing in 2020 visions, even though I wear glasses, okay? I am seeing in 2020 vision, and I am praying prosperity over my life, over you guys. I am praying longevity over my life, over you guys. I am praying my purpose over myself and over you guys. I just want to be able to manifest and see and experience everything that God has for me, and following in his light and in his purpose. And I pray the same thing for you guys, 150,000%. I'm not going to say that's going to be easy. I'm not even going to say that's not going to be a struggle. I'm not going to say anything. What I am going to say is, one of the things that I realized and I noticed is how I'm dealing with the negative things. You know what I'm saying? before, they would definitely leave me in a state of debilitation where I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to move. I was just stuck. And now I think about it, but I continue to just keep. So I'm thanking God for the good and the bad, because out of the bad are some extremely valuable lessons, and out of the good, I mean, it's just good, you know. So just kind of wanted to come in. So yeah, just wanted to kind of come in and talk to you guys and share a little bit of information, a little bit of news and stuff. But as the house starts coming together and things are happening, y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna get it. I can't say too much. I can't say too much now, but it's gonna be a good year, regardless of how it ends and begin, whatever. It's gonna be a really great year. So, anyway, you guys, have a good day. Really quickly, because I'm checking my email now. Some people were asking me about buying the luxury vinyl, and when I say some, like, I literally had about like 10 to 15 emails. Let me just say now, and I also had DMs. I already spoke with the installer, and he was very clear with me, because they were so thin that there was just really no way to salvage it and have it up. And even if you got it up, it wasn't going to lay flat on the flooring. So unfortunately, I'm not going to sell that. But I also had about 6 to 7 emails asking about purchasing the carpet upstairs, and I just sold it. Okay, so if you're watching this video, the flooring downstairs can't be salvaged. The carpet has already been sold. So yeah, and I didn't sell it for a whole lot either, so I'll be like, oh my gosh, no, I didn't. Stop it, girl. No, I didn't. It will definitely help in terms of some of the trim work and things like that. So I wasn't trying to do anything. So I'm gonna let this subscriber get it. That way she can go ahead and get her home together. But this is really it. Y'all have a good one.